Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ford and back, and we're off to school. Going to school in a whole new way. Same thing, different way. I think it's day 3. Day 3 and all is well. I've just opened up darkness spot, and what we're going to do is keep an eye on the battery, see how it rolls as we get to the places that I've usually rolled on my V11, and we'll sort of can do a bit of a comparison at least with the battery. Lately with the trip I'm making, half battery when I get back home. Usually I've lost a notch by the time I get into the city. KINGSONG S22. I'm soaring on the wings of an eagle. I'm not soaring, it's not really an eagle, it's a slug. This is my KINGSONG S22, the slug. And I like slugs because they leave glittery little tracks all over the world. And that's what this does. You know, effective, but sluggy, a little bit sluggy. I don't mind having a big old slug between my legs. I noticed I was watching back one of my videos, it seemed really boring. Thanks for watching it if you did, and thanks for all the likes. But what I was noticing was I really haven't given much feedback on what I think about this wheel yet, and people are asking and I want to tell you, but what's it like? It's like when, I guess the first time I went to a Korean barbecue and I was overwhelmed. So many things to eat. It's a bit like that, because it's not just the wheel. I'm getting used to these new pads, which I think that's a big part of how I'm feeling. It's a big part. If I had these pads already set up on my other wheel, it wouldn't be as strange. It just feels different. And that was the same when I put the LEATT Z-frame braces on. They felt different. I didn't like them, initially because they were rubbing in places. So it's much the same thing. And as soon as I can put it into words what I'm feeling, I'll let you know. I don't want to be too brash to say. I mean, so far I've definitely noticed the suspension needs some work. I need to take the rubber stopper off and add some of the dry lube. So yeah, once I have a look at the suspension a little more, I've been lazy. This is a really nice day, I guess the questions I've got about commuting with this wheel, how good is that handle going to hold up when I'm trying to get it around? Felt cushy. And, I've got to negotiate a few tighter areas today. So we'll see how that rolls. Oh, this should be good. Okay, this is about a 30 kilometer commute we'll be doing today on the KINGSONG S22. You can definitely feel it's more of a workout to get this wheel moving, and the pedal angle, I still haven't adjusted it. I've just been too busy, sort of excited, just out running on this as much as I can, my real life, and then I'm in the middle of like a graduation art show, so I've got a lot of work I need to get done there, plus all the editing and making the music for this. So it's just tight, and I haven't got back to all of the comments as quickly as I'd like to. I will, just give me time. But yeah, so what I've noticed is my legs, they're feeling it, because I'm in a bit of a hurry, and I've really put the lean down. Probably the first time on this wheel that I've really put the lean down to get where I need to be. And I can feel it in the back of the legs, and I can feel it in my feet, and I can feel it a little bit in my shins, just because it's new pads. So these are all things, if you're thinking about getting a wheel, any wheel, not just a KINGSONG, and I think this is what I kind of thought when I first bought my wheel. Like, okay, I've got to be in class next Monday. I'll go down to this shop and see if they've got a wheel. They did. They looked after me. I bought the wheel. Great. I went home and in my head, I'm going to be at school on Monday. That's a 30 kilometer commute. I didn't. I think it took me another week, and then I did, and then I had a good crash because I didn't have any knee pads. But yeah, that whole process of you and that teethering section where you're starting to get used to your wheel, it's going to hurt, and you're going to feel it, and it'll be painful. And these are things that you might not have taken into account. And you do kind of just either you need to push through that and then all of a sudden it doesn't hurt anymore, or you know, just do it in little dribs and drabs. I guess however you can do it, and then it just goes away. You don't even notice it. It doesn't even feel at all painful, and you just roll. That rattling that you hear, that's my helmet. It's not the wheel. So yeah, don't you worry about that, sunshine. I've got new pads, so that's different. I've got a new wheel, new tyre, and all of that is new suspension, sore knee. So all of those things mean I can't really give it a good, accurate summing up yet. I can't even get the right words out. It's thicker, it's wider, it's a truck, it's heavier but more solid, and I think it's going to be a beautiful thing to go back to your V11 after getting used to this big slug of a truck. But it's got me where I need to be so far. It can't replace the V11 because, so yeah, look, my InMotion V11 has a real sentimentality that it's just not going to go away. It was my first wheel. I sort of feel bad that it's just sitting there, but you know, that's what it is. I'm at school. I'm going to turn the camera off, put it in my bag, go to class, and we'll roll again. I'm looking forward to getting back on my wheel already. Have a good day, everyone. Had a nice day at school. Now I'm heading home. Heading home to have a sandwich. A little bit of cake. But yeah, look, here's one thing that I've noticed. Last video I thought that I noticed it, and then I really am noticing it. Little clicks and pops from my wheel. It's nothing, look, I'm not that concerned. It's just a weird little sound and I can't really make it happen. So it's not really happening when I'm under load, and it's not happening when I'm braking. It's just every now and then it sort of goes little weird clicks. And I've seen it in other videos, and I think a few people were saying it might just be like the bearings aren't seated properly and they've bashed it with a bit of a hammer. Look, I'm going to reach out to my dealer first, see what they have to say. And as I said, I'm not too concerned. I'm not feeling any resistance on the wheel. It's still balancing well. I ran a diagnostics and that came up fine. That's just something you can do on the app. And you know, if you've got any concerns about your wheel, that's a good idea just to check your diagnostics out. But everything came up okay, so that tells me I can still trust it. Each to their own though. Look, you're always best if you've got any concerns with your wheel, you know, maybe get it checked out. So I'm heading home and looking forward to it. The battery, I've still got like full charge. Actually, I'll start the Darkness Spot app up, and that way I can keep an eye on what's happening on the wheel. You can use the KINGSONG app, or you can use a third-party app, and I'm using, I think you've got EUC World is available, and Darkness Spot. And I've got a paid subscription to Darkness Spot. It's not a subscription. I unlocked all the premium features, so I like to use that. But I do use the KINGSONG app to adjust all my settings on the wheel and do my firmware upgrades. Yeah, so it's still saying I've got 81% battery. Now that's after I've gone 18 kilometers, average speed 30 kilometers per hour, and I've gone for 18 kilometers and I've got 81% battery left. So I'll put this the range to the test. One of these days I'll do a full range test video. We'll go out and back on one whole roll, and we'll see what we get. I'll do that on the usual trip that I've done that trip on my V11 and get 70, and I've got 70 kilometers. So we'll do the same trip on this wheel, and we'll see what we get out of that. Same sort of conditions. I'll even pump the tyre up the same. And yeah, I'm looking forward to now. I've got through school for this week. I'm looking forward to spending some time setting this wheel up for me and adjusting the suspension, checking the tyre over, getting the PSI right, and I might look at shifting these pedals forward, changing the angle of the pedals oh so slightly. I might even look at adjusting the pads up a little bit higher. And I did see a couple of people that are still using the stock KINGSONG lower pad, which actually looked like an idea I might implement. So I'll try to put these pads up a little bit higher, and so all of these things to look forward to, all of this fun to come on my channel. So please come along with me as we go rolling forwards and back, and I'm gonna get this get comfortable on this wheel, huh? It feels good. It still feels good. Yeah, going, you know, these sort of speeds, up an incline, no tilt back. I still haven't found the limits of the wheel at all, and I've still got a lot of room to move, I think. Not only the setup and how it plays, you know, how I ride it and how I adapt to riding it. I still can't even sit down because I can't bend my knee. Alright, thank you. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for watching my video. This is Forward and Back and the SLUG signing off. Sluggy, sluggy, sluggy. Then back.